Hello. Hello. Just sitting here, waiting in the car. I thought I would work on my dishcloth a little bit. I'm grateful that I threw it in the car a couple of days ago and kind of forgot about it. Ugh. But that's okay because I wouldn't have had any crochet at all. So I'm kind of thinking of it as the ducks saved me today. Duck, dishcloth to the rescue. We are working on Missi over at Missi's Yarniverse. Is working through the Encyclopedia of Dishcloths. And the ducks picked. Missi didn't pick. They picked, what was it? 16, 17, 18, right in a row. Crazy ducks. But I called it because they picked 16 and 17. I said, wouldn't it be hilarious? What are the odds? Those are good lottery numbers right there. They did mesh, nubby mesh, and now I'm working on nubby. And nubby is working up incredible. So it is it just a 1-row repeat? It'd be a 2-row? Nah, it's just a 1-row. 1 row, but alternating. Yeah, it's a 1-row repeat. Okay, people, if you're struggling with a 1-row repeat, send me an email. Let's see what the heck is going on. So I dug through all of my cotton, and I wanted something different. Didn't want the regular Aunt Lady is. I was like, I've got sugar and cream. I was like, I gotta have something else in there, something to juice it up a little bit. I found some Dishy multi, and it was in so under my bed I have 2 clear storage containers, and I put a piece of construction paper in the front of both of them, and I just labeled them kitchen cotton. So whenever I'm digging through my stuff, or recently I went through all the scrap bin, I had some nice little balls that just ended up in scraps. I rewound them and I put them in with the kitchen cotton. This was at the very bottom of one of them. So it's knit picks, and then it says we crochet on the bottom, and it's Dishy multi. It's worsted weight, 190 yards, 100% cotton. That's good stuff. This can go in the microwave. If you were making those soup bowl cozies, you could use something like that. This is quite a bit of it. It's very soft. It does not feel like kitchen cotton. Honestly, I would consider making a garment out of this. This is nice. Working it up, I'm surprised because all the dishcloths we've been working on have been very, very large to begin with, but this is a core, and then the arounds look like it's going to grow quite a bit. As I was working on it, really enjoying it. It's nice. I'm using my 4.5 millimeter hook, which I also used with Laura over at Mad Mimi's Crochet and Farming when we did the Year of Dishcloths. It actually calls for an eye of 5.5 and medium weight for worsted yarn. But it's working up great. So that might be why the sizing, no, because I used the same hook on the other ones and they were starting out really big. But the border on this, I think the border on this is a couple of, where's the border? What? Instructions, row 1, row 2, repeat row 2 until the piece measures approximately 6 3/4 from the beginning chain. End by working on your right side of the row. Finish off. Oh, instructions continue on page 58. Well, that's weird. Why'd they put it? Why did they just skip like 2 patterns and throw it in the back? Let's see. So that was page 54, and then I got to go up here. 55. Nubby continued from 55. The edging is 2 rows. So whatever this is, it's going to add 2 rows working around. I was thinking of making it smaller, but I really like it. And it's pulling in a way that I don't mind. What about a scarf? What if I just use it all and make a scarf out of it? I mean, I'm in California. I'm not trying to keep the snow off my neck. It's a little overcast today. A little chilly. I have a little tank top. I have a long sleeve shirt. I have my scrub top, and I have a coat. I kind of like that. And it's soft. It's not the little kitchen cotton. You know, when I first started this dishcloth, I said, you know what? Let me surprise the ducks and follow the instructions and make a dishcloth. I'm going to make a dishcloth. The ducks should know better. If at all possible and another idea strikes me, I'm going to make something different. So let's see. This is our 3rd one. Do we do 4? The first one I turned into a cell phone pocket, which I use a lot. I love that. Then I made a crumb catcher. Was the last one actually a dishcloth? I want to make this one a scarf. I have a scarf that my grandma made for me a really long time ago. And I didn't know yarns when I bought it. It was Lion brand. What's the one that's really hard? Homespun. The old homespun that's kind of difficult to work with and extremely splitty. I only bought 1 skein. So she used a really, really large hook to make me a scarf out of it. I asked her to make me a scarf, so she did, but she had to use a really big hook to make the scarf long enough for anything. And she took the bottom of the scarf and she folded it up and made 2 pockets on each end of the scarf. Oh, I love that thing. This is a nice open work. I think I can get a pretty long scarf out of it. See, you can see through it. If I fold it, it won't be too thick. Let's see how far I get. I'm going to use all this and make just a straight scarf. And at the very end, I'll fold up the sides so that, a hand fits in them. And see what kind of length I get. So I'm sitting in the car now. And then today I have some waiting room sitting. So I'm really appreciative of having my project in the car. And then I'm going to go home for dinner. And then I have a 12-hour overnight shift. Tomorrow, I need to get some sleep during the day. And then I will be heading back out for a 12-hour overnight shift. So I'm going to work on this now. Going to work on this in the waiting room. I don't think I'm going to take this with me to my overnight shift. I have 2 other projects that I want to share with you, and I'll take those with me on the overnight. Maybe I'll work on this. This is a little bit more mindless. When I work an overnight shift, I like to have something intricate with me to help keep me awake and help keep my brain sharp and thinking. But this might be a good little project to work on when I wake up. What do you think? Sound like a plan? I think it sounds like a pretty good plan. All right, well, I will be back to visit with you when I get this a little bit more underway. Yeah, that's pulling nice. See you in a bit. What? It's Wednesday already? Oh my goodness. Where has this week gone? I was just sitting around crocheting all week, just la-di-da, and all of a sudden I remembered the ducks. The ducks are coming. I've been carrying around this little tote bag all week. Oh, here it is. With my encyclopedia of dishcloths. And I've been trying to work on this project bits at a time to see what I can accomplish. Missi over at Missi's Yarniverse has a pond full of ducks, and the ducks have spoken and they decided we should make a nubby dishcloth. Aren't those beautiful colors? What is going on with my phone today? Phone, it's Wednesday. We're doing duck dishcloth. Come on, get with it. So I was digging through my fibers, my cotton, found this one, really liked it. It's incredibly soft, and I thought that it would make a good scarf. If I take my dishcloth and I just keep on going, I can make a scarf out of it. I think we talked about that the other day. This is not enough. It's not enough, and it does feel like a workhorse scrubby once I got it going. So I kept thinking, I really like the pulling on this one. Really like the color pulling. I haven't been able to accomplish that with very many yarns. See the diamonds in there? So I repeated it for quite a while and realized I don't have enough to make a scarf, but I do have enough to wash my back. You got my back, ducks? So I did some foundationless single crochets, which is my new favorite. My phone is being weird. It's got everything fuzzed out, but this little view for you. Well, let me get that in the view. Did some foundationless single crochets, which is my all-time favorite way to make a strap on things, because it'll grow a bit, but once you get it to where it's going, it's pretty solid, and I think that'll work in my shower. I got it back length. Can we get all that on? There we go. So I got these two bits on the end. I tied these really well. The foundation singlish crochet to my single crochet and my chain in the beginning of the rounds. How do you tuck in your ends for something that you know is going to really take a beating? I tied it double, and I intend on using my yarn needle and burying my ends in there. I don't think cotton felts. So like when we make a garment and we tuck in our ends, you kind of imagine go one way and come back the other way, that they'll felt together over time. Cotton doesn't felt together over time. How do you bury in your ends for dishcloths so that they're forever gone and your thing doesn't unravel? I did it. Duck dishcloth. Nubby. I enjoyed working this pattern. Mindless. Front, back, front, back. If you did a front in the previous row, you're doing a back in this row. Worked up really nice. It went with me to doctor visits. It hung out with me in cars while I just sat and waited. It came with me on a night shift and overnight. That's probably right about in here, which I was still able to keep the pattern overnight. So you know it's a good one if you could do it with your eyes closed. So I got a back scrubber for the shower. I think I'm gonna march myself in there and use it. Yeah, about that time. I got a cup of coffee. The plans for today is just hang out and relax. Today's Wednesday. What do we do on Thursday? Gotta do something on Thursdays. Today's Thursday. Where did this week go? Well, I appreciate you visiting with me today. Thank you very, very much. And I'm gonna go hang out, before I go take a shower, I'm gonna go hang out at Missy's house and see what the ducks have in store for us for next week. I highly encourage you to go say hi to Missy and the ducks and see what they got going on. All right, I'll see you in a bit.